All right, so man to man,
Yep.
this is our first. We're kicking this off. This is we're going into our first year. It's exciting.
Very excited.
So we've got a bunch of stuff going on, and I wanted to just let everybody know that we've got a whole bunch of stuff going on. One, we're here in the basement.
Yes.
And we're going to start recording content that we're going to put out on a regular basis. Yep. And we're going to have a whole lot of stuff going on. So look for that constantly. Like the YouTube page. Look for it on Facebook, whatever. However you want to follow along, let us know. And look for that. But we have some retreats coming up. And I want to talk about that. January 26th through the 29th in Danbury. We have
our first of the year basic event, which I'm really super excited about. We're doing it in Danbury, Wisconsin, back at Luther Park again. So very, very much excited about that because it's kicking off the year right. And I think when we did it last year in January, it just did something to the guys that came. In other words, they started off the year on a good note. And so I'm really excited this time for the beginning of this year. So
I mean, look what it launched last year. It had launched our Year with Men group, which has been fantastic. I mean, it's been life-changing.
12 to 14 consistently come for over a year every week.
Every
Saturday morning.
And it's been great. It launched that. It did so much for the starting point group that we had going. Where it launched groups within that too. I mean, it's launched friendships. Frankly, I mean,
built relationships.
Yeah, there's friends that I have from that retreat that I still talk to now on a regular basis. I mean, just like it built friendships. And it was just a great. We went back there during the summer to hang out, and everybody was like, "So cool to be back here because like, this is where it started, right?" So, and January 26th through 29th, basic retreat, Danbury, Wisconsin. man2man.org. It's the number 2 man2man.org. There's an events page. It's got all of the information. You can go there and register. You can pay online. Right. I mean, it's all good. It's all ready to go.
Yeah. And the great thing, the great thing about the basics is it's really telling you about the basics of your life. It's really helping you discover your life. It's really helping you discover what a man's supposed to be. I mean, it's a great way to kick off the year. And at the same time, you're building a band of brothers. I mean, that's what we did, with that Year with Men, it's a band of brothers. And you get to watch, what I love about it, the Year with Men and just developing all these relationships with other men, is you actually get to see the change.
Right.
Physically, mentally, and spiritually in a guy. And there's something about that. It's not just a 1 year event where you come and like God does great things in those events and stuff like this, but you get to actually see Joe, or I get to see Denny from the basic event, God transforming his life to becoming a king, which is going to be our next event,
right?
To maybe a muster, but you get to spend a year with watching men's life change. And I'm telling you, man, it's no longer a guessing game. It's no longer a wondering if anything happens. It's you literally experience life together and see God do some incredible things. So
it's not a flash in the pan.
No.
Like, it's not one of those retreats, right, where it's like, oh man, I went, it was awesome, now I need to go back again next year because like I have to be at this retreat in order. It's not like that at all. Right. It literally makes you go, how do I do this on Tuesday when I go home, right? Yep. Just turning your cell phone off for 4 days, by the way, life-changing, right? I mean, what it caused me to do was I turned off all the notifications. I gave away my Apple Watch. I gave it to my son. Yeah. Like I got home and I was like, I don't want this constant reminder of busyness on my wrist anymore. Right. I just don't want it. So I gave it away. My son was like, I'll take it. I'm like, yeah. I'll have to later probably go back and fix the damage done by having an Apple Watch as a 13-year-old kid, but whatever. I just thought about that now. So
yeah, and the great thing, like Denny says, what I love is the fact of that. What we're trying to create, which we'll find more out in the content in these podcasts we do, but what we're trying to event is we're not trying to be event based. We're trying to have events that create men to become leaders of events.
Right.
We're trying to have events that are going to cause men to become leaders in their home, leaders in their workplace. And so it isn't, like Dennis said, it's not just a flash in the pan where you come and God does amazing things, and then 2 months later you're back to the same crap you were prior to the event. That's what we're trying to stay away from. And that's why we're still in the midst of just creating ways of men able to get together and share life experiences and hold each other accountable.
We're trying to engage them on that level to where that's not it. Like, I don't care if you never come back to another event, but I better see you again because you can't take this and just not do anything with it. Right. I mean, it's a waste, right? And so that's what we're doing. And that leads right into our second retreat that we have already planned and booked. ready to go. It's at Trout Lake, which is in Pine River, Minnesota. It's a big camp. Like we decided to like go out and go a bit bigger for this one, right? So it's Becoming a King. Brand new experience from the Wild at Heart team, based around Morgan Snyder's book Becoming a King, and it takes the next steps, right? So you get out of a basic, or you read Wild at Heart, or you're kind of you're figuring things out, and you go, man, like I really want to be different. Right. Not I wanna feel something, but I want to be different. Now what, right? Becoming a King sort of says, okay, you want to take the challenge, you want to be different, right? Then let's dig in, right. Let's really get in there, and let's figure out how you can be different. So April 13th through the 16th, again, it's Thursday to Sunday. All of these retreats so far that we're doing are planned Thursday to Sunday. So you have to commit to it. You're gonna have to take some days off of work,
right?
And I get it. Right, that's hard for some people,
right.
Because your vacation time is you want to use it for your family and everything else, but it's a commitment to yourself,
yeah.
Right? It's a commitment, and I would venture to say that this is a commitment this is a gift to your family. If a man embraces Wild at Heart and Becoming a King, this is a gift to your family. If you're married, this is a gift to your wife and kids. Yeah. It just is.
Yeah.
If you're single, this is a gift to your future wife and kids, or it's a gift to yourself.
Right.
Like investing in this is an investment in yourself. So
right.
Becoming a King, all new.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this one. You know me. I'm jacked.
It's all new content for Basic too. I mean,
Basics, all
videos.
Videos.
These are going to be brand new videos that we have not seen yet. And so Becoming a King and all this is going to be exciting for those of us that have led it already, but yet we're going to be experiencing some new stuff because there's new things that John added, updated, which is cool. And look, to be truthfully honest with you, if you want to know the foundation of Man to Man and why we're doing this and why I'm stepping into this full time or wanting to step into it full time, go to these events.
Right.
Because this is the foundation of what Man to Man believes are the Basic from John Eldredge, the Becoming a King from Morgan Snyder, hopefully a muster. Mm-hmm. And then what Denny doesn't even know yet, which I was just told yesterday, or I just asked yesterday, I'm doing Heart of a Warrior Ministries too, mm-hmm. which I do every other Thursday. I'm helping Dr. Greg Burgond, who leads Heart of a Warrior Ministries. I'm helping him teach his content, which is basically the same stuff that we do with Basic and Becoming a King, but it's a little bit more analytical,
mm-hmm.
a lot of work. But he just asked me yesterday if I wanted to actually do the first phase 1 teaching, get a group of 6 to 12 guys, and he says, you know the content well enough now, Mike, I trust you, I'd love you to do one, and then we can meet up after each session to see how you do it. So
that's cool.
You're going to hopefully use this as Heart of Warrior Ministries and ask the 12 guys that have been coming to A Year with Men to see if they want to take on a Heart of Warrior class starting in January also. So that's fresh off the pan.
It's awesome, man. So we're building these things. We've got these resources for you. Engage with them. Make a commitment to yourself, to your kids, to your wives, to your future kids and wives, to your future self, right? Yeah. Make a commitment. Join us. Dig in. January 26th to the 29th, April 13th through the 16th. These podcasts that we're about to record, the first one, and we're so excited to see everybody there. So join us with that.
Join us with that, and you might see one of these at one. That was actually at one of our Basic events, and that fire was massive. So just so you know.
Cool.